Hello family and friends and everyone watching these videos. If you don't know us, we are Mattia, Giulio and Katy, and we are an Italo-Colombian family traveling the world while we raise our first son, Giulio. Giulio is now 11 months and this episode is all about our journey during the last month here in Colombia. I could say it was one of the most agitated months in the last year. Hey, this is Mattia, Katy and Giulio, and this is the journey of our family. Okay, so the month started with the family traveling from Bogota to Huanchaco, a small village in the Pacific coast of Colombia. We were invited by our friend Romy.
¡Bienvenidos! ¡Uy! ¡Giulio, ¿dónde estamos?
She was opening a recycling center there, so it was a really exciting adventure.
3, 2, 1.
We had to take a boat from Buenaventura to Huanchaco, and after an hour crossing water and tiny beautiful islands, we were there, ready for the adventure. Even though we change places so often, we do have a routine. Usually we wake up very early, as Giulio wakes up really early, go for a short walk with him, sometimes eat breakfast or just a fruit in our hotel room. Then Mattia starts to work, and in the meantime, Giulio has his nap. And then we go out to practice some skills or whatever he wants to do. We get to know more people, do some errands or whatever needs to be done. Something really special happened in Huanchaco, which is that Giulio started to crawl on his knees. He was kind of sliding. Well, they say it's also crawling. He was sliding on his tummy, and recently he's been so interested in standing up, almost like he wanted to start walking now. So I was kind of giving up the idea that he was gonna crawl on his knees. But just one day there, it happened. On this kiosk next to the beach, he started to crawl, and he's been non-stop crawling everywhere, all over the place. Clean or dusty floor, it doesn't matter. He only wants to crawl and crawl and crawl and crawl and crawl. Even though Huanchaco is a place hit by poverty and scarcity, and the only thing you can really find there in abundance is waste and plastic waste, I found that these places are normally surrounded by extraordinary nature.
We're going to the mangroves. To the mangroves.
Dicen que instintivamente sí.
This place is crazy.
I really enjoy traveling by boat. I don't know why, really. Maybe it's the subtle invitation to stay still, to feel very vulnerable in the middle of a huge mass of water, to be quiet. I don't know. Well, I observed this same behavior in Giulio. The 6 times we were in a boat with him, he was just there, staying still, watching, like if he knew it was not the place to be moving up and down. Well, finding food in Huanchaco was a bit challenging for us.
So this is kind of crazy. This is the only place where you can buy fruits in town. It's insane. It's like the supermarket of the town. And that's basically impossible to buy fruits and veggies in the whole of this little town.
But really one of the things that I've learned in this journey is not to panic when there is not the food available that we want. So we eat what there is to be eaten, we eat what they can offer us, we eat what we can find in that place, and we don't stress so much about that. Actually, next week after Huanchaco, he was going to eat a lot of fresh fruits and whole food and an amazing variety of food. So in the meantime, the only thing we could do was eat eggs and red beans and rice and occasionally plantain, and that's it. And it was like this for a week while we were in Huanchaco. We are fully convinced that this is making him really stronger and is gonna bring and is gonna spark a lot of flexibility on his mind and his body. So indeed, our time in Juan Chaco ended and we flew to Cartagena, where an incredibly beautiful resort was waiting for us. There we found peace, a fancy room, yummy food, meditation corners, yoga classes, fire ceremonies. Mateo even got a chocolate massage.
Good morning. Good morning. So this is our way to breakfast for the past 7 days. Check it out. Ta-da!
This was a chapter of sending kisses for Julio, but only to Mama and Papa.
¿Cómo, Julio? ¿Qué fue eso? Ay, ay, ay. ¿Otra vez? ¿Un besito? ¿Un besito? ¡Oh, la, la!
It was really an amazing place for Julio to continue to explore the floor, find some treasures, and making people fall in love with him. These two girls were waiting to say goodbye to him the day we were leaving. And so after a week there, spoiling ourselves, it was time to move to Cartagena la Bella, like the really, really core of Cartagena. Unfortunately, we couldn't find a better place to stay, and yeah, we need to accept that it kind of ruined the experience for us. But yeah, well, we always try to keep our vibe up and enjoy what we can enjoy, and so we did. Julio was all about opening and closing everything he could find. Doors, the cabinets, boxes, everything around him was open and close, and he still is in that phase. And after a few days in Cartagena, welcome to Panama.
Bienvenidos a Panamá.
A very, very, very beautiful and homey experience with a family of recyclers.
Hey, man. How are you? I'm good.
Welcome home.
Welcome. Hola.
The beautiful clandestino family host us in their beautiful home. Julio got to spend lovely days with his new friend Rio in the warmth of a house full of toys, cozy pillows, and yummy homemade food. I even got the chance to make breast milk ice cream for Julio. Wow! We also went for small hikes,
Morning jungle walk.
enjoyed the swimming pool, and we really had lovely, lovely days with them. Also, for the first time, I tried these playgrounds for babies. And so, yeah, Julio was having the time of his life, exploring textures and moves and colors and these games. And yeah, I really believe that crawling on his knees really opened, wow, like a big, big chapter for him. I observed more independence, more curiosity, more desire to discover. He's like amazed by himself, like, oh wow, I didn't know I could do this. And yeah, it's beautiful to see that. And then the bad news. Due to a lot of bureaucracy and also a forgetful mind of mine, we had to split. So I had to come back to Bogota, and Mattia had to travel to Costa Rica.
So I'm now in this super epic location. However, without my family, it's kind of boring.
And now we are here at my mom's place, enjoying every second with Julio. We are being really spoiled by her, so nothing to complain. While we wait for Mattia to meet again, and we're also preparing for next month because it's Julio's first birthday. This is unbelievable. That's it for this month. I will leave you with this beautiful image of this sleepy guy just woke up. We would love to read your comments, and if you have questions or suggestions about our trips or our parenting style or whatever you want to share with us, let us know. See you next time. Ciao. Oh, qué hambre.